Perfect. Welcome everyone to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. Woohoo! Please show me your hands and show me your energy. I hope you have had your dinner. Yes, I love the energy. So welcome everyone. And first of all, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all of the people here who visited our clubs from other Toastmasters Club or who's here for the first time. So welcome Fanny from Bandung. I'm glad that you can join us tonight. And also welcome Fry. She's gone right now? Connection issue, maybe? Okay. And I also would like to say thank you to other Toastmasters who take roles in our meeting tonight. So our Tom, Rina from Surabaya Toastmasters Club, thank you. And our honorary member, Toastmaster Dini from Surabaya Heroes Toastmasters Club, thank you because you have helped us a lot during this past 6 months. So thank you. And I also would like to say hello and love you all to all of the other Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club member. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, Chandra from Bali Toastmasters Club. Thank you. And yeah, we always start by reading our club mission, Toastmasters Club mission. So I'm gonna start again. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. In our own Bhinneka Toastmasters Club, we have our club values as easy as ABC. Appreciate our club members, build each other's up, and celebrate our successes. All right, guys, I hope you can enjoy our tonight's meeting. And I would like to pass it over to our special Toastmaster of the meeting. Please give a warm welcome to Toastmaster Rina.
Thank you, President Natali Cahyadi. I'm Rina. I will be your Tom tonight. What is Tom? Tom is the master of the ceremony, Toastmasters of the meeting. I will lead the meeting from starting until the end. Now, every meeting here will always have a theme, and our theme this evening is awakening. Awakening. So, what is awakening? Actually, awakening reminds me of a movie around 1990. That's a story about a neurologist who has who make a discovery that he he can awaken his patient to be alive, that awaken after decades and have to deal with a new life in a new time. So that's what we call it, awaken. These things that usually happen in our life. Although in the movie that though it was not last long, but that's another kind, one of learning to appreciate and live life that will took place. Fellow Toastmasters, tonight's meeting will have some schedule agenda. There are split into three, divided into three sections. The first is on the prepared speech section. And the second one will be a table topic. And the last one will be evaluation. We are in Toastmasters or learning. Therefore, we having all of these sections all the way through on the meeting. We also have the words of the day. Our word of the day is revive. Oops. Revive. Revive is a verb, meaning is restore to life or consciousness, or regain life, consciousness or strength. Give new strength or energy to. The use of the on the word is, for example, both men collapsed, but were revived. She was beginning to revive from her faint, or the cool, refreshing water revived us all. Now, Moving on into our team, I would like to introduce our role taker. Our role taker will be led by our general evaluator. Our general evaluator is a very seasoned Toastmasters. She said about awakening. Every time life brought us down, we will raise up. Ladies and gentlemen, General Evaluator Pipit.
Thank you so much, Rina, for being our Tom for the first time in Bhinneka. And soon you will be our honorary member too, like Dini. Okay, so just like what Rina said, I will be the general evaluator. I see we have a guest here, Penny, so I need to explain what general evaluator means. In Toastmasters, the key to be better is by evaluation. It's different from criticism. By evaluation, the pure intention is for us to get better. Not just evaluating our speech, we evaluate how the meeting is conducted, whether it's meeting our standards or not. So we have a standard of quality in running our meeting. That is what my job is today. But of course, I will not do this alone. I have a whole set of team to help me evaluate and also run this meeting. The first member of my team is accountant. Accountant accountan's job will be explained by the role taker herself. And this is Dini from Surabaya Heroes. Please welcome Dini.
Thank you, GE. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. So during the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know, I will also listen for filler sounds, including and And I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as or this means. And at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much. Now, we have an emergency message. Please make Natalie co-host. I cannot make her co-host. So Robin, can you make Natalie co-host? Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, Dini, for your explanation. And also, I have to revise my comment. This is the second time Rina become the Tom here. So when the third time you become the Tom, you will be the honorary member of Bhinneka. Thank you. Right, so let's moving on to the next member of the evaluation team, who is our grammarian. Our grammarian today is someone who is called Mr. Ben. So please, Mr. Ben, explain your role.
Yep. For our guest, a grammarian is someone who listens very carefully to the meeting and takes down notes on good uses of the English language, good phrases, good words. And then on the other side of the coin, I also listen for improper uses of the English language and report back to at the end of the meeting, back to the meeting at the end of the meeting, so we can share and learn on how we can correct those phrases and words. So back to you, Pipit.
Thank you. And don't worry, Mr. Ben is not as harsh as when he is actually teaching. So in his school, he's known to be a very strict teacher, but in Toastmaster, he's fine. Oh, wait, we lost him. Oh, he's still here. Ben, are you still here? Ben.
Yes, what?
Oh, okay. So we lost you a little bit just now. We were in and out. Okay, so Mr. Ben is usually strict in his school, but he's not that strict in Toastmasters. So don't worry about it. It's okay to make mistakes. Make as many mistakes as you can, as you want, not as you can. Okay, the next one is the timer. Our timer today is Della. Welcome back, Della, after a few weeks taking a break.
Yes.
Welcome, Della.
Thank you, Pipit. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role today is a timer. I will count the time for the table topic speakers, the evaluators, and the speakers itself. The table topic speakers will I'll try to use the virtual background today. I will make a green back screen after 1 minute of your speech for table topic, and yellow or orange, yellow back screen after 1.5 minutes, and the red color after 2 minutes. This is for table topic. And for evaluator, the green light, the green background is for 2 minutes evaluation, yellow 2.5 minutes, red background for 3 minutes and more. The what the what is 30 second what
Extra time.
Tolerance time.
pardon?
Extra time.
Tolerance time.
Okay.
Tolerance time.
Tolerance time, yes. Sorry, it's not clear. And for the speakers, oh wait, green background for 5 minute speech, yellow for 6 minutes, and red for 7 minutes with again 30-second tolerance time. Okay, I hope it's clear. Thank you. Back to Tom.
Thank you, Della. So I will be the first to use the word revive today. So Della has just been revived from her few weeks of break from Bhinneka. So we welcome her back. So next one is our ballot counter, and ballot counter happens to be me. So at the end of each session, please take a note yourself who was the best speaker just now, who was the best table topic speaker just now, who was the the best evaluator just now. Because by the end of the meeting, you will be asked to vote, and the vote will show in front of you, and you just need to click your option or your choice. Yeah. And the reason we do this is not for fierce competition. It's just for assessing ourselves from time to time. Whether, okay, today I'm the best evaluator, but the next one is not so much. Besides that, it's fine, but it's for a personal reflection. Okay, so, and then please looking forward to it later. So that is it. My team for the evaluation session, and then later you will meet another 3 evaluators. Chandra Adiputra, Robin Chan, Ronawati Wongso will be our speech evaluators, and also table topic master will be Ping Hendra. I would like to give the control back to our Tom, Rina.
Thank you, Pipit, for the introduction of the role taker team. And before we go moving forward, please on every speech you have, use the words of the day, revive, as many as possible. Moving on into our first part of the meeting is the prepared speech section. Not section, sorry. Our first speaker is working on a Pathways Presentation Mastery Level 1, Project 3. Dian Marie Fianti. The speech title is The Benefit of Mentorship. Speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of the project is for the members to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, and also for the members to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. She will, sorry, but hang on a minute. Sorry, it's a wrong project. So it's a presentation mastery. The title is It's Never Too Late to Quit. Dian Marie Fianti will be evaluated by Chandra Adiputra, And the purpose of the project is for the members to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech of any topic. Ladies and gentlemen, Dian Marifianti, it's never too late to quit.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Okay, next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. 2 days before Eid Mubarak days, my friend Wulan Sari texts me in the WhatsApp group. She informed us that when she was sweeping the floor, she had nothing on her leg, headache, and lack of coordination. She could not walk. 5 minutes later, there were replies from my friends who are doctors. All of them suggested Ulansari to go to the hospital. The neurologist text in the WhatsApp said, go to the hospital immediately, because in the hospital, there is a doctor who will make a proper diagnosis. And then one of my friends who is a cardiologist said to the Wulansari, don't be late to go to the hospital. If it's late, it is getting worse. We were so worried at the time. We waited for the news about Wulansari. And 3 hours later, my friends who are cardiologists text in the WhatsApp group. Oh, Wulansari, as I said, stop smoking. Remember, 6 months ago, your husband got heart attack. Why did you learn from your husband? Why did you put poison inside your body? Please stop smoking, Wulansari. Both of you are heavy smoker. And Wulansari just replied, okay, Sas, noted, thanks, sadly. Next slide, please. Okay. Smoking related to tobacco. Tobacco is the leading cause of death in the world. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next. 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 Okay. Based on the World Health Organization, smoking has a link to the cardiovascular condition, stroke, lung cancer, and heart attack. Smoking double risk of heart attacks. And tobacco kills more than 8 million people each year. And more than 7 million of those deaths are the results of direct tobacco use, while around 1.2 million are the results of non-smoker being exposed to seconds of smoke. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see someone smoke, please stay away from him. And over 80% of the world, 1.3 billion tobacco users live in low and middle income countries. Next slide, please. Next. So, no, previous. Okay, thanks. So, how about in Indonesia? 5 facts of smoking in Indonesia. 2 out of 3 men smoke. And then World Health Organization ranked Indonesia as the 3rd country with the largest smoking populations. And the number of smokers in Indonesia estimated at 57 million people. And finally, around 300,000 Indonesians will die this year due to smoking-related illness. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay. I know that this is not easy to stop smoking. My husband had experience with that. In 3 days, he wants to give up. He wants to smoke again. But I convinced him, please try to smoke. Try to quit smoking. And then in 7 days, he started to smoke again. I was hopeless at the time because because both of us are expecting baby. Yeah, and then uh, I tried to go to the acupuncture, and the first in Surabaya, and the second is it was in Surabaya also, but it's same. It still failed. He tried to smoke again, and one day, maybe because he saw me, and because I really want to have a baby, and one day in his work, he smoked and told to his friends, okay, this is the last cigarette that I smoke. After this, I want to quit from smoking. He told to his friends in his office. After that day, he tried to stop smoke. Based on my husband's experience, if you try so many hard to quit smoking, but that's not from heart, it's useless. Even your husband, even your wife, your mother, your sister ask you to stop smoking, but that is not your will from your heart, it's useless. Next slide. And if the smoking, no, previous slide, please, previous slide. Okay, sorry. So if smoking is harmful, why in Indonesia smoking is legal? Why the government doesn't close the tobacco factory? Yeah, because this is based on the economic money. Because tobacco contributes of 10% of tax in revenue tax in Indonesia. And tobacco also employs 2.5 million of people in and in manufacturing. You can see in this bar. So look at here. You can see in this bar. Okay. In 2019, um, the production of tobacco almost 200 million metric tons. Okay. So that's why in our life, there are positive and negative. You want to be healthy or unhealthy. That's your choice. If you want to be healthy, you can stop quit. You can stop smoking from now. That's your choice. Last slide, please. Last slide, please. Okay. Don't think about you. Think about someone you love. Stop smoking. It's never too late. Thank you. Back to the Tom.
Thank you, Dian Marifianti. Yes, smoking will always be a problem nowadays, especially in Indonesia.
Yeah.
It's now about the choices whether we want to avoid it or embrace it. Moving on into our second speaker. Our second speaker is Desi Eva. She's working on Pathways Visionary Communication Level 2, Project 3. She will be evaluated by Robin Chan. The speech length is 5 to 7 minutes and the speech title, The Benefits of Mentorship. The purpose of the project is for the members to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring and also for the members to share some aspects of a previous experience as a protege. Fellow Toastmasters, Desi Eva, the benefits of mentorship.
Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Galileo once says that you can't teach a man anything, but you can help him discover it within himself. The way I see it, mentorship is just like that. Because mentorship is not one-way street, it is two-way street. In mentorship, to make it work, it needs a cooperation between the mentor and the mentee or the protege. From my experience, I learned that mentorships helps me a lot, whether I'm being a mentor or being a protege. In Toastmasters, my mentor is, I think I'm lucky because I know her since my senior high school time. And I'm very proud of her because she's very, very great. Yeah. But the one thing that she makes me realize that in mentoring me, she allows me to see who I am, who I really am, and not allow me to copy her. It means that in mentorship, we're not supposed to be like our mentor. But the mentor allow us as a protege to be ourselves, to bring out the best in me. So that I realize that I am a titanium. And from this experience, I'm able to unleash my true potential. So the way I see it, the benefit of mentoring, I'm sure there's so many lists of benefits of mentoring, but from the way I see it, the most obvious one is for the protege, is the first one is I learn from the experience of my mentor. And the second one, and I think this is the most important, is I get the support, I get the encouragement, and I get the advices. And also when I doing a mentorship, as a mentor, I'm lucky to work with one of the Toastmaster here, Ibu Rona, in Speechcraft, doing the Speechcraft, and I was a mentor. By being a mentor, I learned to develop my leadership skills and also my communication skill. I think these two aspects is very important in our everyday life, developing leadership skills and also to communicate. And how do we revive our mentorships, our mentoring session? From what I did with my mentor was, our mentoring session was basically, the first step was sharing session. We share stories. So from this sharing session, it allows me to learn from her experience, and she also allow me to share anything, our common practice, our past experiences, our ups and downs, our struggles. And sometimes my mentor is not a perfect human. Sometimes she fails. So from her failure, I learned that, okay, I don't have to be perfect. So I don't strive for perfection. I just have to practice and bring out the best in me. I remember when last night I contact her just because, I worked overtime last night, and Bu Vivi, the secretary, was asking about the title, and I said, to be honest, I haven't prepared anything because, if you see my desk now, a pile of paper on my desk right now, and I haven't prepared anything. But she said, don't withdraw. Do not withdraw. Just share whatever you in your mind. So here I am speaking in front of you with no script at all, because I just arrived home like 10 minutes ago and drink a glass of water and then open up my computer screen and see our proud Toastmaster members. It is because the confidence that he gave me. This is the biggest support that I need from all the mentors. I think everyone in this Toastmaster Club is my mentors. All of you are my mentors. During my competition, during the contest, I got a lot of support from you. And congratulations to our president just now. I'm so sorry because I don't have. I regret that I missed the show. How great you are, and you are also my mentor. Okay, back to how to revive our mentoring session. From what I learned, the first step was we share stories. And after that, we focus on a specific goal, what we want to achieve as a mentor and as a protege. And after that, we practice. Okay, the mentorship is not always working. It's not always work. I mean, from my experience, sometimes it fails, sometimes it works, but that's high. Sometimes you do great and then sometimes you fail. But what if you fails? Yes. I remember when I mentoring my students doing the teaching practice, one of my students came to me and said, "Ma'am, I think I cannot do it. I know my limits and I cannot do it." At that moment, in my mind, I really want to scold her. I mean, what kind of stupid thought is that? I mean, how do you want to give up just before you try it? But then I learned that patience is the virtue in mentorship. So I take a deep breath and then, okay, it is important for you to do teaching practice. But if you think that you cannot do it, so let's talk. I cannot push her to do that. I cannot push her to do it in an instant, because mentoring and also achieving a goal is not an instant process. I'm so sorry, time's up. I cannot see the timer, but the thing is, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside you. Thank you very much. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Desi. Yes,
I cannot
agree.
see the timer. Sorry.
Okay. Let's confirm one more time. Dela, do you need a backup? I don't know. Okay, so Natalie, do you need the backup?
Yes. I need a backup, but I don't need a backup. My computer is on. I'm from my mobile, so it's okay. Fine. I will keep update on chat.
Della, do you want me to do the third speaker so you can set up your surrounding first and then you can take over in the table topic? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So moving on. Yes, agree with our speakers, Daisy, that a mentor is also a human being that we also can learn from the mistake and experience that they have. Because the fastest way to learn is to learn from other people's mistake rather than waiting for us to make a mistake. Moving on to our last speaker. Our third speaker is Fifi Amaliawati. She's working on a Pathways Presentation Mastery, Level 3, Project 1. The title is Why Do I Need to Rejoin Toastmasters? The time is 5 to 7 minutes and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Ronawati Wongso. The purpose of this project is for the members to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, Fifi Amaliawati, why do I need to rejoin Toastmasters?
Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, in front of you, I want to share my personal experience. Why did I need to join the Toastmasters membership again? I stopped from being the Toastmaster member since 2017 after being 4 years becoming the Toastmaster members. If you had some questions, why did I stop? That was because the club was closed. And why did the club close? Because of the member. The total member become less, less. And did you know what happened to me after I stopped become the Toastmasters members? I became the awkward again. Every time if I needed to present something in front of the public or in front of my friends at the office, I became nervous. Just exactly the same thing before I joined the Toastmaster for the first time. Believe me, my heart become, sounds faster, and I really got stomach ache as if I want to deliver the baby. And how about my intonations? Back to the old ones. I spoke in monotone, just flat. How about my grammar? Don't ask me about that. I realized about this condition. I need to awake to revive myself. And thank God, on December last year, Toastmaster Pipit called me and offered me to become the Toastmaster members. It's online club. I'm glad. Then I thought to myself, oh my God, this is the right thing to do. I need to rejoin the Toastmaster again. I need to improve again my public speaking skill. Toastmaster is the safe place where we get genuine feedback from other members. Remember that without feedback, how can we grow? How did we know the things that we need to improve? And yes, I joined again in Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club. Did you think that I successfully at the first time? No. I needed to restart from the beginning again. I saw some members here. If you notice, when the first time I joined, the meeting. I even could not present the impromptu speech more than 1 minute, if you remember that. Then I not give up. I learned how to practice more. Now I afraid that I will speak more than the limited time. And how about intonations? I'm glad that I'm able to speak in high intonation and also low intonation. How about my body language? If you notice the first time I joined or rejoin again the Toastmaster members, most of the time I just speak like this. But now without I realize I can move or play around with my, hand gesture. My fellow Toastmaster and friends, there are so many quotes about being or what is the benefit of becoming the Toastmasters. I didn't want to copy and paste here. I wanted to have my personal words to inspire you. Believe me, this came from my past experience, which I didn't want to happen to you. Please continue become the membership of the Toastmaster meeting. By becoming the Toastmaster meeting, you are able to improve yourself bit by bit without you realize. We are in a safe environment where every one of you here are genuine to give feedback. Learn that feedback and improve for your next speech. Remember, Toastmaster wearing many hats, you can learn how to manage yourself. That's the thing in leadership skill also. So my fellow Toastmasters, I hope my story here can inspire you to keep continue learning in the Toastmaster. Believe me, it's a safe and nice environment for you to grow in public speaking as well as leadership skills. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fifi. Very inspiring indeed. Yes, learning will never stop until we die. Sometimes we learn and progress without realizing whatever it is, and you'll be surprised with the result. So that's our first session today on a prepared speech session. We are moving on into timers report. So we already have the timers report. Okay.
Toastmaster Rina, I think it's your call because there was some technical issues on the second speaker. It's your call to decide.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, we have this thing. So I would suggest that all the speakers are eligible to be voted. Now moving on into our next session, group picture. Who will lead the group picture tonight?
I can do it.
Okay.
So everyone, please turn on your camera. Prepare your smile. Right. Penny, do you want to join our group photo? Fanny turnip, my favorite vegetable, turnip. No, okay. No? Right, okay, it's okay. Let's go. Let's do the normal pose first. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, she's turning on. Okay. Okay, let's join us, Penny. 1, 2, 3.
Ben disappear.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Hold on. Wait a second. Okay, now let's revive. Okay. Now, how do we revive? I don't know.
Take a dog.
Like when you just woke up, like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. For some of us, it was literally waking up. Right, thank you. And then let's go to Tom.
Okay, thank you, Pipit, for leading the session, the group photo. That's the end of the first session. What you need to remember is the path of awakening is not about becoming who you are. Rather, it is about unbecoming who you are not. So be yourself. Next, going into our second session. Okay. Our session now is the table topic session. The table topic session this evening will be led by Toastmaster Pink Hendra. When I asked him the idea of awakening, for him, awakening is I finally discover what I love to do something, why I love to do something, something that I'm willing to do even if I'm not paid for it. Would that be it, but Toastmaster Pink Hendra? Ladies and gentlemen, our table topic master, Pink Hendra.
Thank you so much, everybody, and welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. Once again, I hope that the first 3 speakers really energize you and makes you revive. Okay. Greetings, everybody. My name is Ping, and I am your table topics master of the night. What is table topics? It's all about table topics is where the guests and members have the opportunity to practice your impromptu speaking ability. And I will introduce a topic and I will call on a speaker who will be given 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes to speak on your subject. And you will pin the timer. If it's after 1 minute, it will turn green. And then 1.5 minutes, it will turn yellow. And when you see red, it means it's 2 minutes and you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. Okay. And I would like to remind you that the theme is awakening and the word of the day is revive. So as much as possible, please use the word of the day, which is revive. And I would like to ask for a volunteer first. Who would like to volunteer? Raise up your hands. Oh, first one I see is Ben, grammarian Ben. Okay. Grammarian Ben, the first question that I want to ask is, tell us a story or tell us a time when you figure out what you want to do in life and what is it and how you discover it. Tell us a time when you figure out what you want to do in life. What is it and how you discover it? 1 to 2 minutes. Go ahead, Ben.
So a couple months ago, I was sitting at home during this pandemic and wondering, what did I want to eat? So how I figured it out is I simply went through the website, went through Instagram, went through and Googled like Bali restaurants. And I found this place that gave out dollar oysters. And I'm like, oh man, that sounds like a really good idea. I could really go for some oysters right now. And I got a certain amount of money. And usually when I eat oysters, I eat a lot of them. And a lot of times they're kind of expensive here in Bali compared to like what they could be in the US. But this place in Bali called The Forge on Saturdays, it has dollar oysters. So I invited some of my friends and we went there and I ordered 48 oysters. Now, did I share them with anybody? No, of course not. Well, I did not share them with anybody. I ate them all myself. I really wanted some oysters. Now, my friends also, they got there and they ordered some oysters. One of my friends didn't even like oysters. He was just there for the conversation and the beer. But again, when you're hungry and you have this idea that you could sit there and think about what kind of food you want. I really think about this quite often now that I'm living in Indonesia, now that I'm living in a country that doesn't have as much as where I'm typically, where I'm from, I get to choose Monday through Sunday what food I want. Like Taco Tuesday, wings on Wednesday, and this particular day it was oysters. I feel pretty privileged to be able to do that, and especially eat 48 of them. So, you could say dollar oysters, which is dollar for Australia, it's like 10,000 per one. So that's quite a bit of money just to spend on oysters. But I do feel very privileged to be able to go and figure out when I'm hungry, what am I craving, and I can go buy it. So just be happy for what you have, and don't forget about everyone else when you're in a privileged situation. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Ben. It's amazing that you share about oysters when I'm allergic to oysters. I tried it once before back in Thailand, and I was hospitalized when I was traveling in Thailand. So thank you so much for sharing your story about oysters. And when you said oysters, I got goosebumps immediately. Thank you so much, Ben. And I would like to ask for the second volunteer first. Okay, Ronawati, let's have you to unmute yourself. Okay. And the question that I want to ask you is, tell us a time when you try something for the first time and realize that you actually liked it and it awakens something within you. Let me repeat the question. Tell us a time when you try something for the first time and realize that you actually like it and it awakens something within you. Go ahead, Rona.
There was a time when I was in Texas taking my MBA at the time. And we were in the Indonesian Student Association, PERMIAS. And they asked me to go for rafting. And I was afraid because I have never done rafting, but they assured me, well, that's okay. So you try it the first time. So we went there for fun. And we did, well, we were in trouble actually. And it was something which I did not expect because there was an accident. We just started, but then the raft went flipping. So like 5 of us went through with the river water. And I was like surviving, trying to survive, try to get anything I can so I will go up and survive. It was very scary because I thought that I was going to die. So the first experience actually wasn't really nice. But then the second time I tried and I really love it. But it took a little bit of time for me to try the second time. So don't give up when you fail on the first one, and enjoy and try the second one. So try even if the first time you are not that happy, but you always get another chance. Take actions and enjoy the moment. So back to TTM.
Thank you so much, Ronawati. Yes, rafting. I still remember my first time doing rafting, and the guide told me, hey, go ahead and drink that coffee water. That's what he said, because the color of the river was not good. It's like coffee. So thank you so much for sharing your story. And yes, don't give up. Even though the first time you don't like it, try again and you might like it. So keep going. Okay, take action. Thank you so much, Ronawati. And I saw a hand up earlier. I missed you, sorry. Yeah, it was Chandra. So Chandra, please unmute yourself. And this is the question that I want to ask you. Okay, it's a quote. Do you agree with this quote? Yes, I can hear you. Perfect. There's a quote, okay? For every dark night, there's a brighter day. For every dark night, there's a brighter day. Do you agree with that quote? If yes, why? If not, why not? Go ahead, Chandra.
When I was debating, like Pipit does, those kind of statement is what we call truistic. Of course, the night is dark, and of course, the day is bright. What is that supposed to mean? It is supposed to be dark. If the night is not dark, I can't sleep well. Why would we discuss about it? But if you want to talk about something like how do you call it, like meaningful, or what is it called it, superlative or whatever? Oh, after bad times come good times. Yeah. But to quote the word of the 45th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump, I make most money during the bear market. When it's the bull market, everyone is a genius. You buy everything, everything goes up. You know, every single one of you and every single people outside of the room can make money. But how you make money when crisis starts? That's what differentiates real men and the boys. So it's not supposed to be like every good times there's bad time, every bad times good times. After bad times sometimes comes worse times. After worse time comes every super bad times. After good times sometimes it's even better times, you know. But how we react. We are human, we are not tree. And the ability to respond, to revive, and to control our sail and destiny, that's what makes us human. So in conclusion, it's not what's the outside, it is in the inside. It is not about condition, it is about perspective. It is not about what is the condition outside us, but how we react to it. It's not about the weather, it is about the sail. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chandra. I completely agree with you when you say it's all about how you react. Sometimes when someone gives you an evaluation, it's how you react to the evaluation. Either you accept it or you don't. But it's what you do within yourself that makes you, and it's the decisions that you make that makes you who you are today. And thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate you. And good quote on the 45th president, Donald Trump. Awesome. And I would like to invite now Fanny. Are you available, Fanny? Would you like to try? Four.
Hello.
Yes. Awesome. You responded, which means you want to try. Awesome. If you will unmute your if you would show us yourself, turn on the camera, that'll be perfect so we can see you.
Oh, okay. Wait a second.
Yes.
Hi.
Awesome. Great. Now remember the word of the day is revive. Okay. And this is the questions that I want to ask you. Tell us a time when someone said something that awakens you. Tell us a time when someone said something and that awakens you. It can be your soul, it can be action, whatever that may be.
Okay. Let me think a second. Okay. Let me tell you a story. When somebody tell me something that awakened me. Actually, it came from my boss. He said that I wasn't able to do the certain of the job because I don't know, maybe my mind was just nervous, so I just can't get the job done. But actually, after I hear his words saying like that, I was just disappointed because it is not fair. It is not fair for him just to say to me like that, because I think I can make it better. But maybe just at that time I was just nervous, so I can't did it well. So even though I was disappointed at that time, but in the end, I just tried my best. I learned from journals. I tried to ask my my former lecturer, my former friends, and I just proved to him that I can actually do that. Those restrictions were only in my head. If we can just try, just try. Sorry, this is my first time joining this Toastmasters, so I'm a bit nervous. So that's my story. I hope you listened it well. Thank you. Back to you.
Congratulations, Fanny, for sharing your story. And I was surprised it was your first time. You did
Hello?
amazingly well. So thank you so much for that. And I really love it when you said that restrictions is only in your head. At the end of the day, no matter what you want to do in life, break out of your BS, I call it, which is belief system, limiting belief system. Okay. And now I would like to invite someone else who would like to volunteer. Do we still have time, by the way?
Maybe last one, Peng.
Last one. Okay, last one. Who would like the last one? Last one is the most fun one. Who would like to volunteer? Going
Dini,
once.
Dini.
Two. Dini. Yes, Dini.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, Dini, my question to you is, tell us a story of a person and what she did or he did to inspire you to become the person you are today. Tell us a story of the person and what he or she did to inspire you to become the person you are today. 1 to 2 minutes.
Well, if you ask me to mention a name, a person, it will be hard for me because actually I found many inspiring people in Toastmasters. I learned many things from my fellow Toastmasters. I learned to be a great speaker, a great person in Toastmasters because all the members here are inspiring for me. When the first time I joined Toastmasters, it was awe me very much when I see all the members, how they progress, how they, I think I lost myself.
Oh, we lost her.
I think she got a connection problem.
5.
So
4.
this time it's not only me, yeah?
Yeah, it's from her side.
Okay, if that's the case, then let's just wrap it up. Okay, since it's done, we are a little bit out of time, so let's just wrap it up. I'm so sorry, Dini. If you hear this in the recording, I'm sorry. Okay, so I would like to thank the speakers earlier, Ben, Ronawati, Chandra, Fanny, and Dini for sharing your story. And that concludes the table topics session. Thank you so much, and back to you again, Tom.
Thank you, Ping, for leading the session and a table topic session. Now we already have the timers reports on the chat box. And then we are going to the next session. But we already have the prepared speech session, and the second one is an unprepared speech session or the table topic session. We are going into our general evaluation. I would like to call upon our general evaluator. Pipit, over to you.
Thank you so much, Rina. Okay, so I want to make sure if Dini is connected or not. Otherwise, we need to ask someone to count the Dini?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. Thank you. We lost you, but we're happy you got revived and connect us again. Connect with us again. So let's go to our third session. And some people say this is the heart of Toastmasters meeting because with this session, this is a chance for us to improve and also to know what we did well already. Okay. And the first evaluator for today is Chandra Adiputra. He will evaluate Dian Fifi. Dian Vivi, are you with us? Dian Vivi, are you with us?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, so
Okay.
she's ready to listen. Please welcome Chandra Adiputra, who will evaluate Dian Vivi.
Test. Anyone, everyone can hear me?
You are audible and visible.
So, hello, Dian. Thank you very much for your speech. It was, by statistic, your speech is relatable to most of us because most Indonesian males are smokers, which doesn't include myself. But of course, I got like friends and families that are smokers. So yeah, that's a very relatable speech. So there are things that are very good from your speech. For instance, like you really researched the speech, and I was like, I'm really happy to see like the pictures of the broken lungs. I'm really happy to see like the diagrams of how many tobacco have been produced, and I really like that. Oh, there's a small part in the bottom left of the picture that where you get the data come from. So I was like, wow, this material is like really well researched. So applause to you for that. Now for room for improvement. First is timing. In Toastmasters, timing is everything. Because everything else is like, there's like, there are things that you shouldn't say, or there are places that you shouldn't go when it's a contest. But it is debatable, I would say. But when it comes to timing, that's about it. In the contest, if you speak for 7 minutes, 31 seconds, there you go, you're out. Doesn't matter how good is your speech. So timing is everything. And even in this casual environment, when you are allowed to make mistakes, please try to speak on time. And how to speak on time is, I recall that actually when you were speaking, the timer is functional. I see there's a red there. And when it happens, 30 seconds, full stop, it is okay to just end the speech abruptly. It is okay to make a terrible ending. Even that is better than being over time. I understand this is an online setup and might be your first experience. So next time you might need to have a timer on your own that will really help you on your timing. The second one is, I would like to tell you about your opening. Your opening could have been done better because in the opening, suddenly there's a wall of text. And I was like, are we supposed to read all of this while you're speaking? It gives me confusion, like, what is this about? And personally, it's going to be much easier if you give just your own personal story, because it's already very powerful. In my opinion, this speech only need one story instead of two, which is your friend and your husband. One, which is yours, is already strong enough. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine being pregnant and your husband is addicted to smoking? Very strong question. That's a very strong opening, in my opinion. And the last one is about technical issues. When you say, next slide, please come back. Yes, I do understand. I'm not the most technologically savvy person in the world, but this is a kind of technical issue that is really disruptive. But at the same time, I would say, if you ask a person how to deal with it, it is doable. So overall, I really commend your spirit in research. You are doing great in your research, but please make sure of your timing, of your opening, and of your technical issues. It is easy to learn. So go for it. See you in the next speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandra. You know what's crazy about Chandra? Whenever I hear him speaking in English, it translates into bahasa in my ear, because his intonation when he speaks in bahasa and English is the same. But anyway, thank you, Chandra. Appreciate your feedback for Dian Vivi, and I'm sure everyone can also learn from that. It's okay to stop even abruptly, although not encouraged to do so, but it is still better than being over time. Thank you so much. I think everyone can relate to that. Now let's go to our next evaluator. Today's next evaluator is Robin, and Robin will evaluate Desi Eva. Before we do that, Desi Eva, can you confirm you're here? You hear it? Yes? Okay, so let's go, Robin.
Right. Am I audible right now? Yeah, good. Mentorship is supposed to be like it's supposed to be your mentor, not for you to be like your mentor, but it's for you to unleash the best of what you have and release your true potential. This quote is by none other than Desi Eva. Today, I would like to evaluate you on 3 things. One is structure, story, and state. In terms of structure, what I like about your speech was you did an impromptu speech in a prepared speech today. You have followed the structure of prep, your point, a reason, you gave an example, and then you went back with a point. I like how you were impromptu in that. Second is in terms of story. You had a very inspiring story, and it's very authentic because a lot of us can relate to this topic on mentorship, on how we were as a protege and how we were as a mentor as well. And you gave us a lot of things that was very beneficial to us, like your experience itself as a protege itself. Very good on that. And thirdly is your state. You're very composed. For someone who speaking impromptu today, you're very composed. You gathered your thoughts and remain calm. Good job on that. Now I'd like to give you some points of recommendation on these 3 things itself: structure, story, and state. Now, how do you work on your structure? Although you have done an impromptu speech today, what I would suggest to you is to have a concrete structure, because a structure creates order, and order can help you to transit from story to another story and to another story better. So just work on that. Second is in terms of story, you had a lot of stories that a lot of us cannot connect with you. So what I would suggest to you instead is to have at least 2 stories. One, when you were a mentor, and then 2, when you were a protege. Then you followed your E part of prep, which is elaborate. You gave the example, and then you elaborate on these 2 things. And thirdly is state. In terms of state, preparation is key. When you prepare, you create clarity and you give us direction to your story. And I believe that with these 3 things, you will be able to revive your story and bring us to a next level to bring us into your story of sharing as a mentor and a mentee as well. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Evaluator Robin. I'm sure evaluation for Robin can also relate to all of us, because sometimes if we want to deliver a speech, we have a lot of things to say, right? And then how do I put this into logical order or a certain line that makes sense? So I think it will help all of us. Thank you so much, Robin. Now let's go to our last but not least evaluator. And then the last one is Bu Ronawati, who will evaluate Vivi Amaliawati. Vivi, can you confirm that you are here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, yes, you can hear Burona loud and clear then after this. Okay, so I will give the control to Burona to start the evaluation.
Fifi, you revive. You made the right decision to rejoin Toastmasters. I love your speech today because it really comes from your heart. So it shows that it's your passion and it really comes to your heart, and you see why, and you're really glad that you rejoined Toastmasters. In this speech, I really like that you stand up. And in fact, I think you have done in all of your speeches that you stand up. So it could show your body language and you can move freely. So thumb up for that. And then secondly, I love about that you share your personal story on this one. So it's, as I mentioned, that you revive and it comes from your heart. And you gave a good example. I would like to suggest one things on the structures, but it consists of 3 things on this structure for you to be able to improve your speech. On the structure itself, in the opening, the first 7 seconds is the most important things. So try to make it captivating. So maybe you can say, wow, oh, I'm so scared. You know, I can't sleep, I can't talk nicely, etc. So make it as if to engage your audience to relate to you, and you open it with a bang. And then secondly, to make your speech easy to follow, to cue in a bullet point, or like the first one, the second one, or the third one. So it's easy for us, for the audience to follow. And then third things I would like to suggest, since this is a persuasive speaking, I would suggest that you add benefits, because your story share about the features, but in the benefits, for example, by being able to present well in front of your customers, then you are happy that you get the order that you want from the customer. So your increase because of your communication skill. So something benefits tangible that people can relate. But overall, I think you did great. So 3 things that you are good at is that you stand up, which you have a good body language, you really talk from your heart, and you give your story, personal story. And improvement on the structure is that you have a captivating opening, you have pointed bullets, and also you share the benefits. But overall, Vivi, I think you have done great. So congratulations. So back to GE.
Wow, thank you so much, Burona. For everyone who didn't know, the first time I saw Burona, she didn't even know this. She was evaluating, and I called Natalie suddenly. There's a new member called Ronawati Rebel. She's really good. You remember that, right, Natalie? Okay, and Burona, fast forward, a year later, and she is consistently giving really good feedback, just like what you saw just now. Right, so I would like to go to the timer and see if all of our evaluators are qualified to be voted. Yeah? Okay, so I saw Della put it in the chat box that Robin was overtime. Yeah, so Chandra is 3:15, Robin is 3:40, and Burana is 3:10. Got it. So I will also put it in the ballot later on. Now, this marked the end of the evaluation session. Now let's go to our general evaluation sessions, but with our team. The first one to report on their finding is our counter. So I would like to call our counter today, Dini, to explain her finding.
Okay, thank you, GE. So actually, there is the reason why my role calling a counter, because from my finding, actually the word or the filler that most overused into this meeting is ah. We tend to use ah, and this one, some reason maybe because we're not sure when we want to say something. So ah is the most overused filler. And also there are several uh, repeated words like because I, and several times using like he tried an hour. And the reason, and also this one is actually we can overcome this one when we tend to say ah, we need to take pause first and try to manage and try to arrange the words that we want to say. And I think that's all from me. Back to GE.
Thank you, Dini. So it was a little bit unusual for a counter, but it's okay. All right, now let's go to our grammarian today. Grammarian Ben, I'm here.
All right, thank you, GE. For the sake of time, I'm just going to kind of focus on our speakers and Tom a little bit. One of the phrases I liked was from Rena: "Learning won't stop until we die." It's pretty true, or you're just wasting time, right? And then our first speaker, Dion, a couple things that we struggle with when English is a second language is just grammar and everything. So it's most of us that struggle with that. So a couple of things that I caught when you mentioned Toastmasters and you said Toastmaster, it's really tough because when is it plural? When is it singular? So you kind of mixed those up a couple times. And then you said informed us when you meant when you said inform us when you meant informed us. That was a past tense issue there. And who is a doctor, not who are a doctor. That's like articles. That's another part of the English language where is, are, it's really difficult. I hate teaching it when I taught English, but those are part of the English language as well. And you mentioned pronunciation. One of the words was acupuncture. A lot of syllables in that one, so we got to make sure we're sounding that one out. A couple phrases you said, Dion, were really great. If you want to be healthy or unhealthy, that's your choice. Fair enough. Don't think about you, think about someone you love. It's never too late. So that's, again, another call to action. So well done, Dion. All right, Desi, you mentioned you can't teach a man anything, but you can help him discover it within himself. It's probably true. I don't know. I'm pretty smart. Who knows? Mentorship is not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. That's true. A couple of things one thing that we as a whole need to get better at, and it comes over time and a little bit of practice. You had a phrase where you said very, very great, talking about a mentor. There's a much better adjectives that we can use. You could say she's amazing, she's wonderful, she's spectacular. So what that does is it takes one word and takes away three words where you're trying to add extra emphasis in the word very, which using the word very is kind of a weak way of doing it. And we do it a lot. I mean, most people in the US still do it because our grammar is pretty terrible. But other than that, good job, Desi. Fifi, you had a couple things here. You said, why did I need to? When you probably should have said why I needed to. So again, shorter and much more crisp. And the same thing with plural. You mentioned members and member a lot in your speech. Members, remember when you becoming a member, and did it a couple times where you should have done it singular when you did it plural. You did it plural when you should have done it singular. So go back in the recording and kind of take a look at it and see where you should have the plurals. And a couple things. We can improve ourselves bit by bit, which is nice. Another mispronunciation was someone said stomach ache. My wife does the same thing. So it's you're pronouncing it the way it's spelled, but it's like stomach ache is how stomach ache is pronounced. And then intonation, it sounded like you said high and low Indonesian the first time I heard it. So I had to kind of listen very carefully. It's like, oh, okay. So intonation, again, pronounced out correctly. And then last but not least, Verona, you said something about bullet points. You said pointed bullets. Again, that's where you're trying to describe the points. So the adjective in the English language comes first, and then the noun would come second in that aspect. But that's about it. Good job, everyone. And again, you guys always amaze me because you're speaking in a second language where I can only speak in one. So well done, everybody. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much. Mr. Ben has put on his grammarian hat and feels for a second like we were in his class just now. So thank you so much, our English native speaker here. And intonation is what I meant. So is it correct now? Yes, okay, intonation. Thank you. Now, before I move on to my general evaluation, I would like to launch the poll since I'm also the ballot counter. Please take time to vote. If you're the co-host, you can message me personally. Go, go, go. Five, four, three, two, one. Okay, I will end the poll. And thank you, Robin, who will help me make the certificates. Now I'll move on to my general evaluation. First of all, we started, okay, I will share a screen. Okay, so the start, it was really good because we had a welcoming atmosphere, especially we have a guest here. So we tried to make it as welcoming as possible. We were 3 minutes late, but it was bearable. I think 2 minutes late in Toastmasters is almost expected. And as Tom, she did a really great job introducing the theme and word of the day. This is something different in Bhinneka, a bit different from other club. In other club, Tom is the one introducing the word of the day and how to use it. But in Bhinneka usually is grammarian. But it's okay. It shows that we are compatible even we're from different club. And also Tom did really good job introducing the speakers, the projects, and the evaluators accurately. A little bit of opportunity for improvement. The committee, I think, should have confirmed the theme to our Tom because our theme today is supposed to be related with Hari Kebangkitan Nasional. So maybe you need to touch a little bit about that. And also, if there are non-member guests, we need to explain about what Toastmasters is to them and what are the sessions so they know what to expect after that. Grammarian did really good job explaining, but I will also encourage you to remind the speakers to use the word of the day even in the chat box, although our table topic master also already did that. And our counter explaining the job correctly, but usually the reports is expected in terms of what are I don't know. There's people who you like to put it in numbers, right? Pipit 15A, Chandra 27A, something like that. So sometimes we expect that kind of thing, but if no chance to do it, it's fine. But maybe can talk about what is the most frequent filler sounds that we make. Right? I think probably you did. Right. And then the next one, speaker with cell phones. Make sure you can see the timer because I see the problem with speaker with cell phones. Sometimes they cannot see the timer. You need to pin them before start speaking. And also affix the phone in a stationary location so we don't get screen seasick, they call it, right? Because it keeps moving around, particularly when you speak. And also timer, lost connection, but it's okay. Other members were ready to help. And it shows our good cooperation within this club. Table topic master. Now the table topic master, I will give a bit long because this is also his project. This as a table topic master, this is actually his project. He did it really well, explaining about the table topic session, the timing, the theme, word of the day, and strategy to pin the timer first. And also he asked for volunteer instead of appointing someone, although this can be a con as well, because sometimes there are active members who, who would like to grab the speaking chance as much as they can, but there are members who need a little bit more encouragement to say something. So we need to balance between which one, when do we appoint someone and when do we ask for volunteers. And also, it's really good you give comments to each speaker so they feel like they've been listened to and this is actually your project. And also, the last thing that I really like is you diversify the prompts from easy to difficult. There were also the format in terms of quotes and you give it to the right person, which was Chandra, for example. Obviously, it was a tough one. And the question is for Fanny, who is our guest, right? So she didn't have to, take a trouble of taking a lot of time to think about it. And then for our evaluators, it was really good. They balanced between the pros and cons. The feedback is real and relatable and to all participants, not just the speakers. Some room for improvement, pay attention to the time, and refer back to the purpose of the speech. Sometimes we forget that every project has a specific purpose, and the speakers need to know whether they have achieved this purpose or not. Sometimes they even consider whether to repeat the project because they have not attained the purpose, something like that. So that is it, the general evaluation from me. Now I'd like to ask Robin, are you ready with the certificates?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Now, I would like to announce the ballot counter, not now, no longer GE. I would like to announce the best, what's the order?
Best table topic.
Table topic, yes, best table
Topic
topic
evaluation
is,
and prepared speech.
thank you. Best table topic is Chandra Adiputra, yes. First time, I hope not the last time. Let me spotlight him and take a photo. Take photo, Chandra. 1, 2, 3. Good. I'm happy you did not use your MAGA hat to take this photo because we won't be able to show it on Instagram. Now, too late. Now let's move on to the best evaluator. Best evaluator is... Best evaluator is...
That's the best evaluator. Same one.
Chandra Adiputra. Okay. What is he? Okay, let me spotlight him. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's okay. I will Photoshop his photo and change it to SpongeBob hat. Now, next best speaker is prepared speaker. Vivi Amaliawati, and also welcome back to Toastmasters. Vivi is a very what is it called? Precious asset to Bhinneka. Yeah, I'm actually very happy to contact you to join us. Oh wait, no. I have not taken the photo. Robin.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yes. Hold on. I am holding. Okay, Vivi, smile. 1, 2, 3. Yes. That is it. The announcement for the best speakers, best evaluator, and best table topic speaker. I would like to give the control back to our Tom.
Okay, thank you for the general evaluation. Great job, very thorough. So before I move on, no, what it was it? Before I return the control to our president. Now I would like to share with you a bit about my awakening life. I'm awake in the present. The present is today. Today is a great gift. So that's the meeting today. Return to you, President Natalie.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmaster Rina, and congratulations to all the favorite speakers on our meeting today. But you know, in my heart, you're all the best. So it's just a title. And now I would like to do a quick club business. In our club, we say one of the values is to celebrate each other's successes. So I would like to call upon some people who have completed their parts. Toastmaster Robin, is the slide ready? Okay, so first is Toastmaster Dian Fifi. Give her a clap, please, for completing level 1 part presentation mastery. Congratulations, Dian Fifi.
Let me take her photo.
Okay.
Dian Fifi, photo. 1, 2, 3. Got it?
Awesome possum. Next one is Toastmaster Fifi Amaliawati. Congratulations, Fifi, for completing level 2 presentation mastery path.
Okay, done.
Done? Awesome. The next one is also another level 2 completion. Toastmaster Desi Eva Rockma. Congratulations, Desi. Level 2 visionary communication. Where is Desi?
She's here.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Yes.
Yes, and last but not least is our exco, Toastmaster Robin Chan, completing one path until level 5 completion of effective coaching path. So it's like the full path. Congratulations, Robin.
Awesome. Bobby is also coaching, so it's very fitting. Yes, done.
Awesome. Great, great, great. And now I would like to give like a brief announcement. So as we have discussed, the EXO have discussed, and we have shared with all of the members, since June, we're going to change our meeting schedule from every week to every 2 weeks. And we have decided that the meeting will be moved to every first and third Sunday, 6 p.m. GMT plus 7, 7 p.m. GMT plus 8. So please make note in your schedule. It's going to be every first and third Sunday, 6 p.m. GMT plus 7, 7 p.m. GMT plus 8. Make sure that you book your speech slot from, now, so you can finish your project. And I think we can have like more speeches because now we only meet twice a month. Maybe we can consider 4 speeches per meeting, VPE Ben, and we can run the meeting until 2 hours. Awesome. Okay. And at this moment, I also would like to take a little bit of time to thank all of my exco. I want to thank Pipit, our SAA, for doing such a wonderful job in the past 6 months, uploading and Zoom hosting the Bhinneka Online video to our own YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Can you please write down the channel name in the chat box bit? Thank you. Good job, and continue doing that. I also would like to thank you, our treasurer, Bu Rona. Thank you, Bu, for your help. And also, she's one of the most active mentors, and her mentees are all here active in this club. So they wouldn't be able to do that without your guidance. So thank you, Bu. And I also would like to thank our VPPR, Toastmaster Robin Chan, who's been consistently hardworking, doing all of this behind the scene posters, uploading, and also sharing the certs and the poster of our meeting. It's so time consuming and takes a lot of creative juices. So I really appreciate all your efforts. And I also would like to thank our VPM Ping for supporting the club also, sharing ideas. And we need new member, Ping. Let's do something. Thank you. And also I would like to thank our VPE Ben for organizing all of different things, helping make sure that the club runs on schedule like a surgeon. And also special thanks, Ben, because Ben is the person behind the scene of our Instagram and social media, like replying comments and adding followers or something like that. So he knows all about it. So
I never replied my comments though.
He knows it from you. So thank you so much, Ben, for your effort. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to Fifi, our secretary, for consistently every week updating meeting agenda. And among us, all 7 of us here in the EXCO team, Fifi is like the newest one. All 6 of us, we're a member of another Toastmasters club. So Fifi just wanted to say that we really appreciate you being the EXCO, and thank you so much for your hard work. Let's continue that hard work until the end of the term. So yeah, thank you everyone, and thank you to all of our Bhinneka member visiting Toastmaster Rina, Toastmaster Chandra, Toastmaster Dini. Did I miss anyone? No, right? And then also thank you for our guest, Fanny. Before I officially close this meeting, can I ask you to give some comments, Fanny, of this meeting? Are you still with us, Fanny?
Hello, Bu.
Hi, and you can call me Natalie. I'm not Ibu-Ibu.
Hello, Natalie.
Hi, Fanny. You want to give some comments about the meeting? Do you like it? What do you like it? Or something like that.
First of all, let me ask you, Miss.
Sure.
Can I be just a guest for now? Because I know since if I want to join as the member, it will charge me 20 USD, right?
Yeah, so the 20 USD is new member fee and then 45 US dollar every 6 months. And my answer for your question is yes. Feel free to come back as a guest as long as you want, because I think that just by coming into a meeting, you can always learn something. Okay, Fanny? So don't feel pressure to join, but just enjoy it. When you see the value, you will find a way.
Maybe our VPN Ping can share his number to Fanny so she can contact Ping whenever she needs questions and stuff. Ping?
I'd love to.
Yeah, awesome, Fanny. Ping will contact you. Thank you. I hope to see you again, our next meeting, Fanny.
Of course, I'll be coming.
Okay, don't forget to follow our Instagram as well at Bhinneka Online Toastmasters, our YouTube channel already shared in the chat. And that's it for now. Thank you. This meeting is officially adjourned. I see you in the first Sunday in June. Let me see 6th of June at 6 p.m. GMT plus 7 p.m. GMT plus 8. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye. Thank you for coming.